So definitely good morning, good afternoon, good night, possibly, because we do have attendees from across the world. And welcome to your Microsoft AI Skills Fest webinar that's going to be focusing on AI in action. My name is Nora Daniels. You can call me Nora, and I will be your instructor for this 1 hour webinar session. Now, before I get too far into the webinar, I want to make sure that you guys can hear me okay. So if you can give me something quickly in chat, say, hey, Nora, I got you. You coming in loud and clear. Or give me some type of thumbs up or raise hand indicator. If that's the only indicator that you have, let me know that you can hear me loud and clear. That would be perfect. Nice, nice. Thank you, Mike. Thank you, Stacy. Thank you all. And let's see. Because somebody says their chat is disabled. I'll get my operations to check that out and make sure the chat is enabled for you guys, because I do see that it looks enabled on my end. So Raymond, if you can check that out and see what is going on with that, that would be perfect. And it's myself and Raymond as your presenters. I'm the presenter predominantly, and Raymond's going to be my moderator. So he's seeing your chats and he's going to make sure everything gets open to you. Let me just check one area. And I'll say, try it now. If you can type in chat to everyone, do it. Boom, there we go. Gotcha. Just a little option. I got it, Raymond. No need to check any further. Ha ha. Excellent. Now I set a default to Raymond that we as panelists can talk to everyone by default. If you want to talk to me directly, make sure you hit my drop down my name on the drop down list. So what we're trying to do with these webinars, guys, is I don't know if you have been out there in the market or checking the news, but Microsoft 50 years in, and we're going to do 50 days of AI discovery and learning. So there's going to be a lot of training out there for you to take. This is more a focus on business users and how they can use the AI companion, which, you know, some people call it co-pilot, to help you increase your innovation, maybe make something that is so repetitive and time consuming as a part of your business more efficient and effective, so you can work on other processes and procedures. So let's jump into it. But there's also, you should have got this as a part of the webinar welcome, a big deal going on. We want to break a Guinness Book record of how many people attend a single session or sessions through like a Zoom meeting. So at the end of the session, but we'll talk about it in the beginning as well, we'll talk about you getting registered for the session officially. Go out there and it should have like a quiz saying what happened in session, maybe 1 or 2 questions. You don't have to pass the quiz, you just have to attempt it. You'll get a badge, but you should get a recognition. And that also ties into the Guinness record saying you have attended these AI sessions through this 50-day of AI discovery and learning. So make sure you get that knocked out to get that recognition as well. You'll get official. You are in the Guinness Book of Record for this if we really break that record, which is pretty awesome. But this is myself, Nora Daniels. I'm a senior technical instructor / trainer with Microsoft. Been in IT over a quarter of a century. I've been saying that for years now. I'm not that old, but I'm not that young. I actually remember when Microsoft really came out, and I remember when they were partnered with IBM. It was IBM, like PC DOS, and then it's flipped over where Microsoft took over their DOS product and became Microsoft DOS. And now we got Server 2025 in the market. Now we have virtualization. Now we have public cloud hosting of our products and services, not just all physical. But we have technology that can try to enhance what we do every day. And that's where the co-pilot enters our journey. You have to be aware that machine learning has been out since the 80s, 70s-ish time frame. But our integration with it as an individual or a business employee is expanding every day. It's not just for developers and data analysts anymore. It's more for us. So what we're going to look at is how to make sure AI in action can unlock productivity at work. But this reminds you about the Guinness. I'll post those little links in the chat. Let me do that right quick for everyone. Give me a second. But then I'm gonna post some additional links about learning more about Copilot, just in case you're interested, which I hope you are, because that's why you're in session today. And let me post that as well. These are the two titles of the links, but here's the hyperlinks themselves that you can use to get into the content. And I hope you have gotten a chance to look at Microsoft Learn, maybe with some classes you've taken with us as a student, but just go out and Microsoft Learn and look at the content that they have out there about the technology that they provide in the world, especially artificial intelligence and machine learning. So let me get these out there to you. Give me a second here. As additional references for you. Even exploring Copilot in business, which is really tied into what we're going to talk about today. So if you see those links, give me a quick little feedback indicator saying, yeah, no, I see them. Thank you so much. And I'll make sure that everything I'm posting in the chat is visible to you guys. And this should be the link to the fest. So you can get that badge and get us on the Guinness Book of Records as attendees, maximum to a session. Let me know if that doesn't work. And here's some additional information about that. Get that registered, get the badge, get that recognition. Which we'll repeat at the end of the session. Okay. And if you have a phone, of course, you can just scan it with the QR reader from your visual display, and that'll get you all set up as well, guys. So definitely ask questions, share your thoughts, but keep it in focus of the technology we're talking about in session with, of course, AI, increasing our business skills and improving our innovation. So what we're going to do, quick little hour-long session for the webinar. We're going to look at welcoming you, see how you're feeling this morning, but also looking at, do you have any exposure to artificial intelligence with maybe Microsoft products or third party? And what's your mindset about it? Maybe get you into identifying a real world problem that you saw in your business or personal and how artificial intelligence can assist you with that. We're going to have you work with your AI work buddy, which is Copilot, and how it can help you as a companion. But looking at the end, while you're here, you're a business person or you work with a company, and maybe they have their products integrated with Azure or Microsoft products, and Microsoft is pushing, tying in AI with it. 365, Dynamics, Azure portals all have some type of AI companion tied into it. But being able to add that to the business, maybe it can give you that business value. Or maybe you need to do a report and you're going to say, AI, help me write this report. Or maybe you're in a meeting. This is what I use it for predominantly. And I don't necessarily have the time to attend all corporate meetings, even though my boss is here and say, you should be attending. So I use the transcripts and I use the summarization, say what was said in the meeting. Was there anything about me? And AI will grab any inference of Nora Daniels, and that it might be something I have to take an initiative of, or something that I have to complete as a task. And it will write that up and summarize it for me. And if it's something that I have to respond back to the meeting manager or my operation manager or my training manager, it will tell me, hey, talk to your manager about this. And then I can open up a meeting request to my manager or open up a Teams chat with my manager, say, hey, I saw this AI response that I need to talk to you about something. What's going on? So it gives you that type of cross collaborative value. But even identifying how you ask the companion to assist you, there is something we call prompt engineering. And we have to be more focused on knowing what we want to get where we need. And that means being terse and exact in the beginning gives us better results. And we're going to show you how to go through that process of asking a basic question to get very, let's say, generic detail, to asking exact question to get the details that you expect to be able to utilize for your project or your process. So plan small, take your time. Easy actions can be resolvable quickly, and then you can get more complex as you work through the use of artificial intelligence technology. So let's try to maximize your learning today. Again, my name is Nora Daniels. For anybody that's new, you can call me Nora. Just for fun, let's share this in chat. Where are you connecting from? I'm in Texas, actually the capital, Austin, Texas. So my time is based off of Central. Give me in the chat where you guys are hailing from, and tell me how you feeling about the webinar. How do you feel about AI? Are you feeling excited? Are you feeling focused? Are you feeling leery? Are you feeling, I don't know what it is, Nora. I can barely spell it. So I'm trying to figure that out now. So give me where you're from and use an adjective to represent how you feel about AI right now. So I got people from all over the place. Dallas in the house. This one, Texas. I'm shouting out to you, but I'm shouting out at everybody in the world. New York City's in the house. Boston's in the house. St. Pete. I was stationed down there in my military days at an Air Force base. So pretty impressive. Then I'm knowing where a lot of these locations. Lima, Peru. Nice. So overseas in the house. I see somebody says excited. Loving Copilot for their project management and recording. Chattanooga's in the house. Chat GPT. A lot of format and organization for notes. So thumbs up about AI. So very positive so far. Cleveland, Ohio's in the house. Ambitious. Yes, I like that because this AI is ever changing. So get in the game now will exceed your skills for the future because you are utilizing it. Being proactive rather than reactive to the technology. But definitely a little scary because it's something new. I know we all seen these crazy movies from years ago where AI went crazy. People can be crazy. We just have to understand the AI is software that we train to do something or we utilize to do something. We train it well, it can respond well. We train it poorly, it will respond poorly. And I see Glenn says, I'm a sponge. No, I'm just trying to absorb everything you're sharing. Excellent. Excited about AI, but not sure fully available, accessible for our application. Starts with little steps, Shannon. Using it personally gives you that skill set that you can take to the business. Say, well, why are we not using it? And that could be the initiative that the company can say, we need to innovate. Thank you, Shannon, for giving us the light. Let's make it shine brightly. So getting your foot into the door is the first step, and that means being exposed to the technology. So excellent feedback, guys. And you guys hit all the major feelings and more. Being a little apprehensive, leery. I got to feel it out, Nora. It's something new as a technological focus, but being excited and curious. Being a little bit concerned because this is, like I said, certain aspects of being ambitious about AI use, but we got to be very concerned on using with principle of respect and principle of integrity. Being engaged, I like that. Being optimistic, but also being that cautious person that we are as human beings, being hopeful about the technological aspects of it. So you all hit it right on the head there, guys. So let's imagine you're working. You've been working for at least 24 hours. And let's get real. Sometimes companies will do more with less, especially employees now. So you have magically gained 2 hours every week to do whatever you would like. What would you do? You have magically gained 2 extra hours every week. What would be something that would motivate you to do? I'm not talking about business only. If you have an additional 2 hours in your week, what would you do with those 2 hours? Think about it. And give me something in chat. Would you read a good book? Would you learn something new? Would you work with your counterparts to initiate a new initiative, Shannon, to get more into AI? Would you hang out with your family a little bit more if possible? So think about it. Those are all what I'd be doing. Just go out and walk in the park and take a break and take a breather. And Ray's like, I'm gonna exercise and sleep, Nora. Give me 2 hours. 30-minute exercise, an hour and a half siesta, I'm good. So there you go. There you go, Glenn. Let's go and enjoy even a popular attraction like Disney World. So imagine what gave you those 2 extra hours is if you have to do a report, it takes you 2 hours to do the report, that the AI breaks it down to 15 minutes a day and do the math. In a 5-day week, that can be a couple hours of free time that you can magically have to do something else as a part of your business model or your personal endeavors. So the simple goal for this webinar is find out one small way that you can kickstart AI use. One way I can turn these feelings of excitement or maybe suspicion or leeriness to a real world opportunity for my role that AI can impact today. I say it simply, a way that AI can create an opportunity for you in your work. And an opportunity should be a positive opportunity to enhance your capabilities and your skills. So let's meet your AI work buddy today. Hopefully you guys are on a Windows client or some system that you can open up the AI free utility that you can get as a download if you want. You can get it through your Edge browser. But I want you to launch the AI companion whenever you get a chance, and we'll walk you through that coming up. We got to see what the essence of AI is and then start utilizing it for our business process or personal needs. So let's begin the journey, guys. Artificial intelligence, somebody talked about ChatGPT. It's part of our large language models and small language models now. But all it is a massive amount of data that can be utilized to understand what you're trying to do, if you word it properly, in a language that's human-like. You can type it in the chat, hey, Copilot, can you do this? You can say out loud, hey, Copilot, can you do this? So you work through your prompting, but be exact. Hey, Copilot, I'm a system engineer for this organization. I need for you to assist me in this. The fact that I said I'm a system engineer gives Copilot a heads up, like, whoa, I need to be looking for data about system engineers, not just generic data from anyone in the world. I'm looking at your role to focus the response by that condition. So being able to create new content, and it's getting more vast of what it can create, which is kind of shocking in a smart period of time. But generate a text. Maybe, Glenn, you're going to say, hey, AI, can you generate me a resume based off of these aspects of me that I have written up? And it could be a picture that you wrote up notes about yourself, and you can have AI use your camera, take a snapshot of it. AI can grab that data out of the image and say, let me do a resume for you. Now, it might be a generic resume. Then you say, well, this is the role that I'm looking for in the business. Can you generate a resume and summarize the key points of who's Glenn and how can you enhance your business if I'm an employee that works for you? That's where we're going with this, guys. But even have an AI generated image. I do this in my AI class all the time, say generate an image that does this, like showing a character like Deadpool riding a narwhal. AI would generate the image in multiple fashions and you can identify which one meets your business need. Or generate an image of a corporate logo that if it's not in use, not copyrighted, maybe I can use it for my corporate logo if I'm a business startup. And more based on the user's input. AI is generating videos now, movies. So it's going to the next level. And Microsoft Copilot is one of those AI-powered productivity solutions that, of course, is available today as a tool. But remember, it's a tool. We always say in generative AI or artificial intelligence, trust, but verify. AI is nowhere near perfect. It can give you false positive negatives. It's how you ask it with greater detail, they can possibly get you to the results you're expecting quicker. You be generic, it's going to be generic right back to you. It might not be what you're looking for. So it can integrate in your existing workflows and act as your intelligent assistant. But it's an assistant. It's Copilot. You're the pilot. It's your second hand, your right hand, your left hand, but it's your assistant. And being able to have massive amount of data that AI can get to. This can come from your repository for your business, your solutions there, or it can come from the world. or it can come from a subset of the environment. Like you can go to MS Learn, and AI is sitting right there with Copilot. You say, ask MS Learn. It will go through Microsoft repository document looking for what you're querying for, what you're asking for, and more. So what are some examples of generative AI today, or Gen AI is what we call it in the business? I said, quickly draft professional documentation. And with my organization, as an example, we take certain insights annually or every couple of years to say, Brandy, who you are. How do you react with others in your environment? And how should we react with you? What's your love language, as we've heard in the business? And I've had my AI say, Nora, that individual will not understand what you're typing in that chat right now. They will not understand your email. They have this type of interpretive knowledge about how they want things to come to them professionally. Want me to adjust your response and redraft it? I'm like, okay, please do. Do I know what Brandy likes to hear in the email? Do I know Brandy want the greater details? Because Brandy's more like Blue, give me everything that I need and more, and I'll figure out what you're saying. Or do I know that Brandy pretty much says, just tell me what you want, I'll get you what you need. No, I don't need the details. Don't lead me to the water. I'll go and get there. I'll go there and drink it myself. AI has built up that knowledge about the employees in my company. So it knows my manager says, tell me what you want, I'll get you what you need. You don't have to tell me how to get it for you, Nora. I can figure that out because I've done it plenty of times. Versus somebody that's new that says they don't know anything about you, Nora, give them the details. That's what they're expecting. So being able to quickly draft professional emails, change the format, change how it should be sent to that individual. It's just incredible what AI is doing right now as a companion. And if you don't like it, tweak it. Trust, but verify the results are what you're expecting. It even gives you the ability to rate the response. You put it in the email draft, say, is this good for you? Did the sender really give you the details that you need? Or was it too much? Give me a thumbs up, give me a thumbs down. And AI builds that up, say, Nora, they didn't like what you sent, or Nora, they liked it. This is a perfect draft for this individual. But create new images for product and service using 365 Copilot. You have to look at Microsoft just went 50 years. They created a lot of images on the market to reflect that. And you see some of those images has old floppy drives on it. How many of you guys know what a floppy drive is? I'm saying it. I'm asking. Just asking. Anybody remember the old 5.25 or the 8.5, 8.5 type of floppy drives, or 8.25? I've done tech classes where some of the people said, what's a floppy? You mean they save button, or? I'm like, that actually was Medium back in the day that would have software on it that we would install Windows from, like 20 of those disks or 25 back in the day. They're like, what? I'm like, yes. So they had that in their image. I'm like, who's gonna know what that is besides, people like us, Gabrielle and whoever else said yes. But that's the technology. That's how we used to install Windows. No VHDs, virtual hard disks, or ISO files. Not download the software from the internet or internet provider. But accelerate the localization of marketing campaigns. That's a big deal with AI. Put in a marketing campaign that can get the most clicks or responses, get those people invested in your technology and your services, to the point not just click and say, oh, that sounds good, but also set up account and buying it. And yes, it's the shiny coin in the market, but your coin got to be the shiniest to get those that interest started. So even creating customer service agent software that can respond. When I go into like our payroll app, it says, welcome back, Nora. What you want to do today? Check your pay, put in some vacation time. Why? Because I did that before. So it's building up knowledge about me and gets me quicker to where I want to be, because that's half the time what I'm going to do when I go into the payroll app. So these are different AI usage examples, but there's so much more. Some of you guys say you have been using AI. What we're trying to do is understand it's ever changing. You hear about new technological advancement with artificial intelligence and these co-pilots and companions practically, like, it seems every day. So let's take a step back. Let's take a breath and identify what should we care about what artificial intelligence can do for us right now. Yes, there's more data out there. There's more ways to communicate. And there's pressure to be productive. We know that. Right now, what you have done, what's the 5 major things you've done in a week? That's not unheard of. A lot of companies have done that. You got to be able to justify your position and role in the company. But being able to do that in a method that can be effectively defined to the person receiving that information, that's what artificial intelligence can draft it better by pinpointing what they're expecting to what you're providing and making it relevant and helping you to see it in your job role. So look at the specs. These are numbers from 2023. So 2 years is a lot of big change in AI use. Knowledge workers, information workers said Copilot helped them, like some of you guys are saying, especially with the large language models like ChatGPT, jumpstart the creative process, but also help build their functional role, be more innovative for the company. Like you said, Shannon, we're not in it yet, nor far out, but maybe we can get into it because we're going to see the capabilities and being able to work smarter and more efficiently, especially with the reduction in possibly the workforce. But with IT pros, we're looking at what we can do for you as a solution. We want to spend less time searching for information by being able to get you the information as quickly as possible because we're building up that knowledge base and AI is providing that information to you upon request, or if we want to push it out to you ourselves. So we're being bombarded with emails, being bombarded with images, videos, documents, reports. How about putting it all into a format and summarizing that for me? Do I want to watch the whole PowerPoint slide, or do I want to get a transcript or summarization of what was discussed as a part of the presentation? Online messaging, endless notifications. You probably got 50 notifications in the first hour when you jumped into the job. Productivity says we need to respond to that more efficiently. And being able to look at ways to do that through artificial intelligence is how we're going to make our job less stressful, if possible. And this is a Microsoft trend of the world of how people are investing into AI companions. So evolving rapidly, yes. We're seeing things today that we never thought AI was going to do besides maybe in the movies. And some of those movies, really, we can do that now. Those who experiment early, Shannon, as you said, are going to be the ones that lead us and continue to share that information to advance what we can do with technology, period, not just artificial intelligence and Copilot technology. These agents used to be called virtual assistants are small software packages, tools that can assist us with various tasks with AI. Maybe we need to set up an agenda, but we want to automate that. I don't have to write this out all the time. You know how I present. You got 50 courses I've taught. You got 50 meetings I've trained upon or presented. Then feel how Nora does it. See how I've written it up. Get to my documentation and automate my next agenda. Say, Nora, you got a presentation about AI in the business. You usually do it this way. Do you want to continue with that format? So it's accelerating what we can do as a business employee or leader. Copilot is an agent that you can use now to create basic AI, text, graphics, audio, technically, and video and more. Now, the more advanced capabilities, of course, is not just a free Copilot, but it's something that you had invested in as a technology with a Microsoft license without code. But AI can do coding. How many of you guys know you can go into Copilot and say, generate me a PowerShell script or a Python script to do this? And Copilot can do it. And you can review the code and possibly be able to repurpose it. How many of you guys knew you can do that? Or you can upload your code and AI can take a look and say, hey, George, on this line 50, you got a little typo there. Let me fix that for you. Or let me recommend how you can fix it. Give me something in chat. Yes or no. Did you know Copilot and these companions can do programming for you, scripting for you? How many of you guys knew that already? If you're a developer, you probably knew. Glenn says, I knew that, Nora. But again, Glenn, trust but verify. Make sure you check the code and get the results that you're expecting. There's no backdoors or any other concerns that you might need to address. So this enabling automation. If I can automate it, then I can focus on other things in the business and let AI do its job in the background. Just check every once in a while, make sure it's doing it properly. That means getting alerted. Did that happen, AI? Yes, it did. Can you confirm with a log what happened? Yes, I can. Okay, that looks good. Let me go ahead and focus on the other processes. So being more efficient in your job role. So look what you can do with AI. Everyday tasks. Recap a meeting. I use that all the time. Live sentiment analysis. We use that all the time as a business. Asking you guys, how did you enjoy the training, and getting those sentiments, not just numerics, but we have you, if possible, write things up, and we can get those key sentiment words out of it and extract and say, hey, you enjoyed the AI session or you didn't. We have that as a possibility, and that can be reported and aggregated. We have those in our corporate meetings. Identify how you guys are enjoying the training and services we're providing as a business. But meeting summaries and notes, yeah, I use that a lot in my business. On this list, if anybody uses any of this aspect of AI right now, put that in chat. Does anybody recap a meeting? Or do anybody use the summarization or transcripts? Or get a notification this is the next step because you are involved with the project and this is your initiative? Language translation. Maybe you are a company like mine. We have over 300 locations worldwide. Somebody could be present a meeting and they might have, different wording and language that they're using, and it will translate that. There's over 30 different correlations of languages Microsoft will support and more in AI. So if you identify something in the meeting in Espanol, it can convert it to the language that I'm comfortable with, which is Espanol, because I'm from Texas. I know enough to be dangerous, but it also might be English. There you go, Glenn. Drop the long document, ask for the key points, summarize it. But ask questions about a meeting. You can say, Copilot, what happened in that meeting that referred to this initiative? And Copilot can scan the meeting, say it had nothing about that in the meeting, or here's what it was summarized. And here's what's stated. You want to watch the video? Because we record our meetings. It can just show that part of the video or get you to that point. But even collaborative brainstorming in the teams meeting, being able to identify this is an initiative. What do you have to say about it, Grace? What's your input? And be able to summarize that. You probably saw that in a commercial where they were brainstorming and AI wrote up the summarization saying, let's do this, this, and this as a marketing event. But Q&A, summarizing notes, and more. Long text. How many guys still get these people that write a story when you just ask, what do you want to do for lunch? You're like, all I ask is, what do you want to eat for lunch? Why you give me a 200-page response or a 20-line response? Let's summarize it and say, I want barbecue today. And AI can summarize. Bella says, let's do barbecue today. But creating first drafts, then be able to modify that first draft and create the final drafts. AI can help you tailor your documentation and your response and your corporate intellectual property information and more. From saying the formatting is a little bit off, there's supposed to be a letterhead. Let me fix the letterhead format with the spacing and, of course, the actual proper lettering for the document that you're creating. But asking questions about the document content. Hey, for that line, that paragraph number 3, how do you think that will reflect with Laura? Will Laura understand what I'm saying there? And it can go out and say, let me check what Laura has said about other documentations. Let me check maybe Laura's drafting of certain documentations Laura has created in the repository, like on SharePoint or whatever your 365 solution may be, or third party. Yeah, that paragraph Laura's not going to understand. Let's tweak that for Laura. So suggested replies and how you can author the content. AI can do that as your buddy or help you do that as your buddy. And more. Even transferring the text into different formats. For the audience, maybe it's text, but you say, well, can you generate a graphical image of what I wrote up in that text? It possibly can do that. That's generative AI, guys. So again, plan small, easy actions. If you are an IT guy, we are all about getting artificial intelligence, machine learning processes and procedures built into the business that's demanding it. But being able to look at a Kickstarter opportunity for this 1 hour webinar is, think about something that you do every day that's time consuming, or you feel that it's inefficient, or something you see in the business that could be improved. You just don't have the tool to help you to decide how to make that occur, to increase efficiency and productivity. Being able to use AI has to become habit building. You have to dive in. You might sink a little bit, but you will rise and you will swim and make it an impressive utilization of technology if you have a desire to do so, which we hope you do. But we have to look at quick wins to work smarter can help us not work harder. But again, we got to verify that AI, we trust it, but we also verify the results are what we need for our business. So let's look at it, pretty much a small habit of one critical thing about that I said about AI. We can use it, but it can be misused, and it can be practically abusive. We got to look at working with responsible AI, artificial intelligence. These are tenets of why AI can be the next generation of improving our work process or the detriment of us all. We have to have clear, specific prompts to get relevant outputs. Tell me what you expect. Tell me how you want me to provide it to you. I can get you closer to what you need, is what these AI companions will be able to work with, or prompts to be able to render. Verifying accuracy, trust but verify. Cross-checking. We call it iteration. Copilot, that's close, but something's off about that. Can you tweak this? I'm looking for this. Here's an example of what I'm looking for. Can you put it in this format? That gives Copilot a template to work with. Be able to watch for bias. You know there's bias out there in the market: gender, racial, social, economic, political. We got to adjust the content as needed. And being able to ensure clarity, be able to ensure fairness, being able to ensure that it aligns with your corporate goals or your personal goals if it's just for personal use. If we generate stereotypical results, then we're not working with responsible AI. And in the end, there's accountability. Could you lose business? Could you lose respect? Could you lose your position in the job and more? There's a possibility of that. Can we favor individuals with higher socioeconomic backgrounds? We could, of course. But should we? Is how you look at being responsible about AI and how you use the products and software and the solutions is going to be able to help you as a tool to enhance your business functionality and capabilities. Be aware, AI is learning you. And it can be biased if you unfortunately use it with a biased lens of not being responsible. It's looking at your existing inquiries. It's building a pattern. But you can check AI and say, hold on. No, don't give me that type of response. That seems like it's skewed a little bit. Let's backtrack and fix that. This is what I want you to enforce and reinforce with the data that I'm expecting you to render. That image is off. I don't like that part of the image. Let's get rid of that. That text is off. That report is off. Let's fix this. Don't give that one-sided perspective. But also look at privacy. There's a lot of data out there. And if a person wants to share their data that might be more, they should be keeping it locked in. Okay, great. That's their call. But your software should check them on and say, hey, whoa, Jeffrey, that's some personal information in there. Maybe you don't want to post that in the chat. Maybe you don't want to put that out in the forum. Maybe you don't want to put that in that document. We need to pull that away. If Jeffrey says, I want that there, the AI can say, responsible AI says you should not do this, but you can override it, but we don't recommend it. If it's business intellectual property, it might not let you override it. The business, I don't want you to share that, and you're not sharing it. But being able to even identify with your artificial intelligence integrated products these concerns, that's being transparent. You should be able to tell me what your product can do, but also advise me what it cannot. So I can make my intelligent decision if I want to use this aspect of your artificial intelligence and whether I can use it responsibly. So being clear, concise with your inquiries to artificial intelligence companions like Copilot, that's the first step, really, guys. But be responsible about it is always in our mental Rolodex, in our business regulations and rules of how we use the technology. So building small, easy AI habits. How do we do it? Start. Just get started. What's one AI powered test you want to try daily? like summarizing emails, drafting documents, drafting content. If you play with it today, maybe it's something you're going to improve upon and start utilizing consistently the rest of your business life as a technology that's going to be on the market, as long as it's going to be on the market, of course. How you can integrate it. Maybe I'm checking an email and I say, I got an email from Nancy. Hey, AI, can you summarize this email? Because it's about 2 pages. What is Nancy asking for? What is Nancy saying? And AI can pop up a summary saying Nancy is saying this. Now, for that aspect of the email, do I need to get involved with that? Is Nancy asking my team to do it? And it could be in the email, there's a note about somebody in your team say, yes, they're asking Grace and your team to take the initiative on this. That means I need to set up a meeting with Grace to make sure that Grace understands the next project that Nancy wants us to complete. And be able to get reminders saying, did you contact Grace? I set up a meeting. Grace is going to be at the meeting tomorrow at 8 o'clock. And send a notification to Grace. You remember the meeting tomorrow with Nora at 8 o'clock? We got this Nancy project that we need to get you involved with. And be able to share those type of insights that I can go back to Nancy and say, Grace is on it. We're tracking. We'll get your project done within the next 24 hours. And then every interval that's required, say, hey, how you doing, Grace? Yeah, we got it. We'll be done in less than 24 hours. I think I can get it done in 8. We got the time span. If you can get it done quicker, we'll let Nancy know. So even writing your AI happen on a sticky note or using sticky notes electronically, that's even better because AI can grab your sticky notes and combine them saying, you said you're supposed to be using me today. Here's the reminder, say, do something with AI today. Your companion. Ask me a question. Ask me for something. I'm here for you. So use that buddy, but hold that buddy accountable saying, I asked you for this. You gave me something that I wasn't looking for. Let's train you better. And it's going to say, well, let me train you better. Ask me some exact information. Give me prompts that are terse. Give me an example of what you're looking for, and I can build off of that example. So it's not just you training AI and using it. It's AI is technically reversing that script and training you to use it. So find a colleague. Say, Kim, I just use AI to generate this document. Can I have you take a look at it and see what you think? And Kim does not have to be in my department. But if it's an IT-based technical document, I'm going to get somebody from IT to take a look at it. If I'm sending it to somebody that's not technically savvy, then I might get somebody that's not in tech to read it. Say, is that friendly enough that somebody that is not information technology experts would understand what I'm saying here? And they looking at it like, I don't know half the thing you said in this, Nora. Okay, I need to work with AI and readjust it for the audience. And document that, share the insights. I would tell Grace, hey, Nancy said your write-up was too technically focused, too much technical jargon. Nancy didn't get half of it. Let's fix that and make it more non-tech focused. And we'll write that up in our documentation. Say, if you're talking to these individuals, make sure you understand they're not information technology experts, specialists, or maybe have very bare minimum skills in that field, and write it in that format or present it in that non-technical way. So remember, your AI journey isn't about perfection. It's about small, consistent steps to improve and build your confidence and expertise over time of its use. So start small, but start is what we're saying. So let's look at how AI has helped solve real world problems as a part of AI Kickstarter for the 1 hour webinar. Look at these business leaders. Increasing speed, scale, but also time savings. You can be fast, but you can make mistakes. We got to be able to be productive, but proficient with AI to get the results that we're expecting. Streaming workflows and processes, getting the job done with efficiency without you having to do manual operations, trying to automate it as much as possible. But look at that bullet, increasing accuracy. That helps us reduce operational costs. I have automated AI that's going to generate a presentation for me by my historical use of the technology. I don't have to spend hours creating a presentation. It's going to have one that's a base template that I can modify as necessary for the new resources or technology that I'm covering. But being able to look at breakthroughs of AI, increasing value add to customers. By getting those metrics from you guys when you take these webinars or take our courses, we're building a foundation of how we can support you better. We identify what you like, what you love, what you want more of, but what you might have concerns with. And we are addressing that. And we're talking to our partners to help address that as well. That's how technology advances. It's something we humans need. We identify the need, or maybe the want, and maybe we build technology around it if enough people ask up for it or request it. We're trying to reduce human error, but we're human. AI is created as software by humans, but we can also make it more efficient by identifying to it that's an error. Let's address that and make sure you don't have that error occur again. And that allows you to free up your time for that, additional 2 hours a week to focus on higher value work or personal capabilities to enhance your mental, spiritual mindset, i.e. going to Disney World, as someone said. So 12% faster case resolution. Teladoc says that. I don't know if you use Teladoc. I've used Teladoc. Decreasing case handling time. Being able to automate the shipping of invoices analysis. As a sales-based company, that tells me who's buying what. But I can get that to my marketing team saying, people are really interested in this product. Let's promote that on the site. So now we're building that business value. But looking at even one of the companies, relied on multiple internal and external reports to synthesize customer insights. We do that in my business. And we historically would do that more manually. Now we use Copilot to analyze those market trends, like I said, and give customer insights and give recommendations where we should go as a corporate entity to support the market we want to for trainings and other services, but be the innovator that you want to come to. Using Copilot to do full funnel analysis, pull data, analyze campaign information. This is a campaign from Microsoft, 50 years in, AI focus. Don't think within 50 days they're not going to roll all this data up and see how it occurred. What happened? What were your pros and cons? What were your, this is awesome type of responses? So with so many layers of reviews and approvals, trying to do that manually or individually will be time consuming. Doing that through artificial intelligence with a large language model repository of the data, you can get reports within minutes or possibly even in seconds. But being able to draft that and send that to the management team, to the key stakeholders saying, this is how the numbers flowed. This is the results of the presentation. This is the result of the push. That gives us that value that says, well, that was something effective. Let's keep going with it. Or maybe it's something we need to tweak to even advance it even more to get a better market share of that capability that we're trying to promote and more. So as I stated, I throw this in with my company, AI Real World. We have over 300 locations worldwide. We do a lot of different servicing, and we have to identify how we can support our current clients, but also the initiative to get new. So we look at all of the markets we're trying to penetrate. We look at what's being reported as technology that you want to focus on. And AI, yes, is very popular out in the market, machine learning and other technology. We also look at the fact that can we provide the best training and solutions for you? And we identify that from the metrics that do matter. You fill out surveys, say how do we do our job? How do we provide the best training environment? How did we explain the technology? Now you're ready to go back and use it. The desire was there, now the dedication, determination to use it is your focus. So we're using all this metrical data to identify how we're doing as a business, and it always being an innovator for the future. Well, what can we do next? So being able to explore opportunities for your own impact, generating meeting summaries, notes, drafting professional emails. We can use artificial intelligence and copilots to help us with that. Summarizing long threads, somebody said that. A long document and ask for key points. That's what you can do right now, guys. And it might be something you've been wanting to do, saying, oh, I don't want to read this book. Summarize it for me. In the book, it might be an email somebody sent you. Or maybe they didn't send you enough, saying, what are they asking about? Can you give me greater detail? AI can go out and see other emails they sent out with greater detail and maybe be able to interrelate that with yours, saying, oh, yeah, they sent an email out to Anna that says these details. You want those details? Let me get those details for you. But even generate question and answers ideas. AI can say, what are you looking for? What do you not understand? And now you doing prompt engineering. The email says I should be doing this, but what is this? Can you explain the technology, this explain the procedure, explain the process, because I'm not understanding it. So instead of spending time writing from scratch, AI can help you build polished, structured responses in seconds. So let's give you a little bit of idea here. Let's get your minds thinking. Let's give you some inspiration. I want you to start thinking yourself. What is something I do every day that I wish AI would help me with? Or what is something that I know could be more effectively implemented, and maybe AI could be the tool that will assist me? So get that in your mind right now. Think about it. Start percolating on it. And these are some examples, from drafting emails to even HR innovations and initiatives. So I'm gonna play this. Let me know if you cannot hear it, but I'm gonna have to mute my mic so you don't get 2 times the audio.
Picture this. You're about to launch a big campaign and you need the perfect email to grab everyone's attention. What if I told you there's an AI that can help you craft that email in seconds? Hi, my name's Kiana Darling, and I'm a marketing professional here at Microsoft. And my New Year's resolution is to improve my email efficiency with my leadership team. Drafting emails can be very time consuming. So I'm using Microsoft's AI Copilot to assist me in drafting the perfect email for my campaign. Come and check this out. So I'm pulling up my Copilot app and I'm typing in, can you help me draft an email for my leadership team highlighting my new campaign? And in seconds, it populated an email draft for me to use. All you have to do is go to the App Store, select your free Copilot app, accept some permissions, and put your name, choose your sound, and you're great to go.
So picture that, guys. In seconds, drafting an email professionally that you can send out to the effective subject matter experts or the recipient without you having to spend hours possibly configuring the format
Thanks
that
for
should be
watching.
effective.
Check out the caption for a link to learn more and let me know in the comments how you'll be using Copilot.
So we're already identifying that this could be a feature, and I see that even, I think Ina said, my company's reviewing the licensing costs. It's not inexpensive. We all might lose access to the trial version if not approved. That's the initiative. You see that it can be effective for you, but you got to get that business buy-in on it. So that's a critical point, Ina, INNA, for letting everybody understand that you can try it, but when it's a business, you really want the professional more editions of it so you can get the advanced tools and features. Let's check this one out. Creating a strategy document. That's something we do every day, practically in business. Helping to draft a template that's reusable for an executive strategy document. Check this out.
I have to draft a strategy document today, and it's going to take all day.
Just use Copilot.
I'm not sure that'll save me time.
Okay, how about you draft your strategy document today without Copilot, and I'm going to use Copilot, and let's see who's done faster.
Like a race?
Exactly, let's go. All right, I need to draft a strategy document. Let me start by asking Copilot, please provide me a draft template input for an executive strategy document. All done. If you want to save time in your day, download Microsoft Copilot for free in your App Store. Open up your App Store. Once it downloads, type in your name, choose your voice, and accept some permissions, and you're ready to go.
How many guys saw that guy's face? How many of us have been in that position before? Like, oh man, what can I do? This is not working. It's not flowing. And it took that other individual that was using Copilot less than 5 minutes to draft the document with a template. And that's something that can be reusable in the future. Proactiveness, productivity enhancement, accuracy. That's what Copilot helped that example as a case study create a strategy document. But what sold the video was when he looked over and said, "You're done?" And she got up and walked away. He was still working. So let's do a little self-reflection on your part. What are 1 to 2 tasks in your daily work that feels repetitive? I want you to think about that. Write something in chat saying, yeah, no, I do this all the time. I don't know why I do it manually. Can Copilot possibly help? Can these be automated and streamlined? What would be the business impact for your productivity? Maybe, again, saving hours in a week that you can be doing something else with, or just taking a breather. If you freed up time by automating that task, how could you use it for higher value work? Think about that. Now you're taking initiative. I'm getting my job done. I'm getting it done effectively. Give me more. I'm possibly requesting that, but I'm proving I can handle that type of additional work by freeing up my time to focus on new technology and capabilities. So there you go, Shannon, tracking dashboard status update. If you do tickets, like in IT, be able to get a summarization of what tickets were done today. What were the gotchas? What were the areas that were issues we had to address? How did we address it? How long did it take us to complete the ticket? Because we could have corporate regulations that we have to do it in a certain amount of time. Did we meet that time? Generate a review. There you go. So let's practice it. Just a quick little practice of using Copilot. And remember, the goal is, what do you want from Copilot? Be specific. Give it examples. You can say, pull this template from SharePoint of my previous configured document. And if it's all collaborative in your corporate repository, Copilot can go base it off of that. Add some context so Copilot can understand. Copilot asks you, am I close? No, you're not. Okay, let's try it again. Ground it by providing examples. This is the PowerPoint I did before. I want the PowerPoint that I'm creating now to look similar. Base it off of that. This is the draft I did before. This is the email I sent out before. Let's base this email very similarly. And tell me if that would be best for the recipient. And then let Copilot help you even format the documentation till you get it to a result that you expect. Is it going to be good? Or do you want the best? Copilot can help you with that, guys. So let's check it out. So what I want you to do, if you can, you have a free version of Copilot, or you have your corporate version, open up Copilot. And if you go into Edge browser, you can click on the Copilot little icon. If you have it as a part of your default, even Chromium browser or UI, you can click on it. If it's tied into your business, I would not say don't do these little samples in Copilot unless you're ready to start initializing it or using this implementation. And I want you to do a simple prompt. It's not going to be anything crazy. Ask Copilot a simple question, any question you want. But here's one you can start with. Saying, I need ideas for a company newsletter. I'll put that in chat. You can paste it into Copilot on your end. I'm going to paste it in Copilot. Very generic. let's see what Copilot says. Of course, Nora, because I'm logged in. These are some engaging ideas for a company newsletter. I didn't give it anything about my company culture. It's asking for it. I did not give it anything about company success stories I can add to the pretty much newsletter, but it's giving me ideas, generic ideas, but still ideas. Now let's look at giving Copilot more to work with. Here's a new chat. Try that one. We're going to think deeper. Let's see if this pastes in Copilot. I'm working on our company newsletter. Can you suggest topics related to productivity tips for financial analysis? So now I'm giving Copilot a focus. We generate a new query. Each topic should include a compelling headline, a short summary, and highlights for a specific audience that's relevant. What's the difference? It's not a generic list anymore. It's giving me greater detail with a summarization. Discover how to prioritize tasks, manage deadlines, being able to elevate and embrace future finance initiatives, and more. So it took me less than 10 seconds, really. It took me more time to copy and paste it for Copilot to give me something that I can work with and generate a pretty effective newsletter. I would start using more of my internal process to get data about the company to add the value. So using it to generate a virtual retirement party invite and agenda. And who to invite? It could be it's going into your teams and said, these are the person that were talking to the individual. These are the person that approved something the individual said, gave it a thumbs up. These are the employees that the individual has collaborated with. And now send those invites out to those employees. Or it could be clients saying, these are the clients that work with this individual over the past 25 years. If those clients' contact information is still current, send out an invite, say, hey, Ruben is retiring. Would you like to join the party and give Ruben that respect? And look, it says, can you suggest more productivity topics? So it's helping you even build more about your artificial intelligence as a companion and how it's going to provide the documentation and information that you wanted to render in this case. So this is just a sample of how you can use prompt engineering to do more with Copilot. And I already gave you some of these links that you can explore more out as a part of your MS Learn, or come to us and take some training with us as a provider. There's plenty of galleries of prompts you can use, samples you can use. So we just gave you a kickstart. I like that some of you guys already have ideas of where you're going to implement this. Now get started. Start small, and you can build to something incredible. And get your peers involved with it. So we gave you a chance to unlock your AI mindset. I like that some of you guys were excited. I hope you're still excited or even more excited. Using AI as your work buddy to solve real life problems at the job, personal. But even gave you a little exercise to say, give Copilot the tool, the information it needs to become the greatest tool for you. Give it generic information, give you a generic response, give it detailed, terse, exact, with examples, it can give you that back. Start you with a quicker process to get to the end game of how you want to present the information to your clientele. The clientele could be employees, a part of your business, or customers that are going to be a part of your business in the end. So take small, easy actions, quick wins, get you to a better implementation of Copilot and better processes for your business. And I think that's it. It's only an hour, guys. But we want you to know AI can be your best buddy. It can be your companion that can take you to the next level of generating intellectual property documentation for your business that's efficient, effective, accurate. And we want you to be able to understand that, get a little exposure to it, and start now. if you have not started previously. So hope you enjoyed the session. I did give you the link to the AI Skills Fest. Go there and register. There's other training out there, guys. So it might be something of your interest. But also, make sure you register and get into that Guinness Book of World Record if we beat that record. Show your achievement. So are there any final questions, concerns, or issues? Let me get that training affirmation link out there as well. Just for those that want to join the Guinness Book of World Records. You're not scanning it. Let me grab this. You are very welcome. Thank you for attending. Let me just grab that, put in chat. There you go. You should feel proud of yourself, guys. This is the first step for some of you. This is a milestone. Go forth and be prosperous. As if you're a Trekkie, you should understand that terminology. So thanks again, guys. Take care and have a great rest of your day. Thank you, Gabrielle. Thank you for joining us. Glad that you found that it was a wonderful session. You're very welcome, Glenn. Thank you. And it is being recorded, so you should get a link to the recording as a part of attending the session. Thank you, Shannon. Glad that you enjoyed the session. Let's see if I have anything. Okay, got it. And you're welcome to leave the meeting at this time. Just make sure you get everything registered, get that badge, and get on the Guinness Book of World Records, if possible. And get into use of Copilot. So I'm gonna stop the share. I'll see if anybody has a question or concern, but I'll be closing down the session soon. Thank you, Anna. Thank you for those responses as well. And I hope that your company sees the investment into these companions is worthwhile, and you'll get a chance to use it more extensively. Let's see if anybody else got anything for me. George, Kim, hi, Marilla, Ruben. Let's see if you got anything. If there was any questions out there that we might have missed. Nope. You're very welcome, Ruben. Thank you for attending the webinar. Hope you got an idea of how we can start using Copilot as a part of our business actions and processes. And you're going to go back and jump into it with both feet, or just put a toe in, then be able to get your feet wet and get more into the Copilot use. And you got anything further of me or for me, George, Kim, Marilla, if you're there? If not, I will be exiting you from the meeting in about a minute or so, or at least releasing you from the meeting. Okay, George Powell and Marilla Turner, I'll be exiting you from the meeting at this time. I wish you well with your AI Copilot use and have a great rest of your day. Now we'll be stopping the cam and stopping the mics, and we'll be shutting down the recording. Thanks again, guys, for your attendance. Hope you have enjoyed it.